I mean, he moves like a cardboard box on wheels, man.
You're like a little kid that comes from school, like with your backpack.
Yeah, I'm gonna take your lunch.
You're gonna take my lunch?
A lot of emotion on this fight. You don't want to miss it. 12 rounds.
Fight fans, welcome back.
And you just made this fight a little more personal.
That's why they call me the soldier, the predator, the terminator, Black Schwarzenegger. I'm not here to joke.
If nothing else, last year reminded us that in boxing, if you mess around, you will find out.
What matters to us is getting our family out the hood. And you're in the way.
Got caught quick with a right hand!
And well, Christmas came a little early for the purists.
Down goes Paul!
It's a stretch that's seen records broken, pride shattered, and promises delivered.
Chuck to hit me in my chin, bro. You're not knocking me. I promise you. I promise you.
So as we rewrap the hands for 2026, it's the perfect time to revisit some of last year's trash talk that went very right and very wrong.
What if I put you down?
You can't.
Welcome to a Motivedia presentation.
It's already written.
Where?
In the history books, brother. It's destiny.
In yours, not mine.
No, it is. You'll see.
Boxing has always been regarded as 90% mental and 10% physical.
This is a 34-year-old Anthony Joshua. This is a terrifying human being.
But there's a limit, and there's only so much you can speak into existence.
Round one, and Jake Paul already on the move.
So no matter what defiance Jake Paul took into the ring with him, most of us knew otherwise.
When you're fighting, you can just see a small glimmer of someone that's just about to start fading. Some people give up. Some people get knocked out.
It wasn't quite the 2-round demolition, but it was a 2-part fracture that wired shut the most controversial mouth in boxing.
There's a clip of you on the ground after hitting you say, wow.
Credit where it's due, but it's still the most satisfying told you so moment of 2025.
I see it. Well, you'll be back in a couple weeks getting ready to fight Canelo.
Canelo in 2 weeks.
Yeah, yes, sir.
I know I can knock him out. I know that. I know I can hurt him. You know, these little gloves is a very dangerous game. You know, you want to have a gunfight, let's have a gunfight.
For the real deal, at cruiserweight, breaking bones has become the norm. And even though many considered Opetaia to be the scariest boxer since Mike Tyson, David Naika, his first opponent of 2025, wasn't intimidated.
At the moment, he seems like this indestructible force, you know, but I'm going to prove everybody wrong.
With 10 fights and 10 KOs, he was no pushover either. But it wouldn't take long until that confidence earned him a fractured nose in one of the year's most brutal knockouts. Even though Jai's next 2 opponents didn't bring that same verbal firepower, Squeo would have his jaw shattered in the summer. And Sin Cara would end the year with a broken neck.
Y'all did it. It's okay that y'all did it. I'm gonna whoop your ass for it.
Early in the calendar, Valentine's Day delivered anything but love.
This guy came to America to give me bananas and watermelon with a note on it. It's unprofessional, and I feel like it's racist, and you just made this fight a little more personal.
Serious allegations set the opening press conference to Keyshawn versus Berinchyk alight. And while the Ukrainian camp strongly denied the allegations,
Dennis cannot write, Dennis don't know about all this stuff what he's talking about. But now we have Keyshawn Davis, we're gonna beat him up and look forward next time.
the bad blood still followed them into the ring.
Yeah, that much anger inside of him from the events that preceded themselves this week.
Fortunately for Davis, the ability matched the vocality as he stopped the Ukrainian for the first time ever in just 4 rounds.
And the new WBO lightweight champion of the world!
All that shit you talking about, I'm look, like when I knock you out, I'ma on your ass.
Alright, what's it?
In May, the Charlo Plant collision course snapped back on track as a joint card brought 2 sets of pre-fight hostility.
I've been telling everybody, I'm gonna upset the apple cart, I'm gonna shock the world, and cut all that noise out.
Following an 18-month absence, Jamal wanted a return that shook the room and the ring.
If he make the wrong move and he don't calculate his decisions, his timing ain't right, or he gets just a little too close, I'm gonna knock his ass clean the out.
The skill gap was noticeable from the jump, and despite Charlo having only knocked out one of his last 6 opponents, that mid-fight clowning from LaManna was only going to end one way.
Doctor recommendation, we're stopping the fight.
The main event, 20 minutes later, reminded us why warm-up fights aren't always such a good idea.
I'm the biggest, baddest dude you ever fought. Ever. I'm talking to you. Yeah, I'm the biggest, baddest dude you ever fought in your life.
The Caleb Plant Revenge Tour, after losing to David Benavidez, was back in motion. But the focus seemed more on hype than substance.
Caleb keeps saying he's going to step on you. What do you make of that?
You can talk the talk outside the ring, but once you step inside the ropes, then that's a completely different deal.
Armando Resendiz, a 6'1" underdog, called him out at the presser and then made him pay in the ring.
And the new interim WBA super middleweight world champion.
Do you like going into a fight when you have a major dislike towards an opponent?
Yeah, definitely, because I'm going in, I'm going to try to hurt him every single round. I have the strongest fighting spirit in all of boxing. You guys will see exactly who El Monstro is this Saturday.
Late on, we saw David Benavidez pick apart Anthony Yarde. But earlier in the year, he had a lot more on his plate against a taller, rangier, and far more hostile Cuban. The clear dislike for one another carried all the way to fight night, but Benavidez seems to fight better angry.
Body shots, the uppercuts to the face, David Benavidez beginning.
So despite a flash knockdown, the volume, pressure, and underrated smarts would ultimately be too much.
The Mexican monster, David Benavidez.
That's why they call me the soldier, the predator, the terminator, Black Schwarzenegger. I'm not here to joke, but you should ask him, is he ready to face the soldier?
That same night across the pond, things weren't quite as aggressive nor as conventional, but they were equally as entertaining.
No war tomorrow.
Tomorrow is my turn. You will get knocked out. You will get knocked out because the soldier is always ready.
On the back of 3 consecutive stoppage wins, the confidence of Elvis Ahorga was sky high. Fortunately, the Ghanaian fought with the same confidence that he talked, but unfortunately, his ability was a long way off.
Accumulation of punches there. He looks at the corner, puffs out his cheeks.
Well, it feels right for me. This is unbelievable, this opportunity. This is going to catapult my career, so.
You've never been hit the way I'm about to hit you.
Even though his recent resurgence hasn't quite gone to plan either, 2025 reminded us there's very few fighters better on the mic than Keith one-time Thurman.
Do you think this is an easy night for you? I mean, he moves like a cardboard box on wheels, man. A Tetris board in action. He's square as fuck.
Quicker counters in the build-up, and then way too clinical where it mattered most.
It's over now. It's finished.
The show has just begun, my friend, and you're the first opening act. And you're going to get a big welcoming slap, I promise you.
A leaping left hook that landed so clean that the ref was already waving it off before Jarvis hit the canvas.
It's like he never left. It's Thurman the Great.
A lot of emotion on this fight. You don't want to miss it. 12 rounds.
Keith's big shot against Fundora was stalled by injury, but the 2 ice-cold customers sitting either side of them would still get a chance to bump heads in December.
I see all the fans disrespectful and talking all of this, so, once I show them what I'm really about, it won't be no question.
Foster came to prove a point to himself, his opponent, and the entire sport. And while Fulton was the more aggressive leading up to the fight, it didn't translate to his in-ring performance.
It's go time now. Like, what are we smiling for? It's time now. Ain't no smiling.
As a razor-close fight on paper became a whitewash in favor of the underdog.
It has been a masterclass, a star-making performance for O'Shaquie Foster.
Ice water, O'Shaquie Foster.
Some blood gotta be shed. Right. It's gonna be shed Sunday. It's gonna be my blood. Yep. And after that, I'ma, pat you on your back and tell you keep your head up and keep going.
In the summer, a lightweight clash between Floyd Schofield Jr. and Tevin Farmer looked like another reminder to respect your elders.
Your level don't matter to us. What matters to us is getting our family out the hood. And you're in the way.
For this one, there was no shouting, no pushing and shoving, just a half-hour sit-down featuring a few verbal low blows that would age terribly for the veteran.
I got my baby boy at home. It's gonna be his first time watching my fight, so I got a lot at stake for me.
What makes you laugh?
The child, I love kids, but I'm just happy the child young enough not to be able to understand what's gonna happen.
Tevin Farmer after his last fight. Got caught quick with a right hand!
On a night where those superior skills never even got started.
This fight is a couple of punches away from being finished. Williams Opetaia couldn't do the job. Floyd Schofield did!
It's not personal, and it's not business either. It's destined. This is part of the big story that we had planned out. An iconic movie we made about Steven Nelson someday, and you guys will be all part of it.
Youngsters have actually prevailed a lot in 2025, and the year started with two examples in one night, as Steve Nelson tried to defy a 13-year age gap against Diego Pacheco.
And we know how to fight. We know he knows how to do this. That's sad. He's going to have to find something else, because after that, he's going to have to find another trade.
Big words sparked inter-team animosity, and despite being unbeaten in 20 with 6 knockouts in his last 7, a quick start, and a moment of magic in the 12th, still couldn't save the crafty veteran.
Nelson's trying to play peekaboo and laugh it off, but it's not funny. Oh, nice left uppercut. Picture perfect from Pacheco.
Man, this ain't no step up. That peanut head don't know what he's talking about. Look, I'm gonna go over there, knock out this puñeta, and then after that, man, I'm gonna call out the names I've been wanting.
On the undercard, another 12-year age gap saw Tito Mercado lay it on thick against former world champion Jose Pedraza.
There's no point in continuing to expand his ego at all that he has of being superior to me. I'll do my talking in the ring.
You should never look past an opponent, but on this occasion, the youngster was a step ahead, right from the opener.
Try to break him down.
Ooh, and that's what Mercado's doing. A nice little three-piece there.
I'm gonna beat him up in a better way that Keyshawn did, and I'm gonna show y'all what's up.
Outgunning the sniper in a 4-round dismantling that would force him into the eye line of the division's best.
Really tough to recover from that. It is over! Ernesto Mercado promised a knockout, and he delivered.
Even Canelo Alvarez has placed $500,000 on Usyk to beat you.
Yeah, bro, he's gonna lose his money, but let's get it on.
History tells us that trash-talking Alexander Usyk is a terrible idea.
Boxing is boxing. Yeah. In life, I will pull your eyeballs out of your head. Okay. Your tongue will be out hanging out your mouth. Forget it. So stick to boxing.
And if you decide to make things personal, like Daniel Dubois and his team,
you pride yourself as a God-fearing man. Thou shalt not lie in the name of God. So I want to question, what kind of God do you worship?
Complacency. But this was an occasion with zero margin for error. Something the Brit learned the hard way.
Honestly, this fight, it ends how I want. I mean, whatever I'm feeling that night, I'll go out there and make it happen.
Bam Rodriguez is another of the sport's pound-for-pound kings. And if you're a lower weight fighter, he's another fine example of who not to talk trash to.
Rodriguez!
But that certainly didn't stop the 18-fight unbeaten Fernando Puma Martinez over in Riyadh.
Because he's never faced a ferocious Puma from Argentina who's going to eat up Bam Rodriguez on Saturday night.
A much more brash approach than you'd expect from an 18-1 underdog, but exactly the performance you'd want from a future great.
Bam was playing possum, one-sided. This was a shutout by Ben Rodriguez. A masterclass. Your final prediction, how does it go down on Friday night?
Times Square takeover! We can take it over!
Another one that got physical before the opening bell came from a man who's hoping to start 2026 with a bang.
It's all for the WBO Super Lightweight World Championship.
Barboza gave as good as he got throughout the pre-fight encounters.
Yeah, my easiest fight, my last 4 fights is my easiest fight. Slap that clown around is what I'm gonna do.
But against a man who was firing on all cylinders, he would be completely outclassed where it mattered most.
And look at that hook he just hit Barboza with. Teo is on his square. I haven't seen him look this good in a long time.
This version of Teo is a nightmare for anybody.
Teofimo, the takeover.
I'm here to prove that, okay, after I beat this one, what can y'all say then? Who y'all gonna throw at me next? Because I'm gonna walk through this one.
You don't believe that?
On the same night, despite a landslide win, Haney drew attention for all the wrong reasons.
Potentially setting a record for the least punches thrown by both fighters in a 12-round fight.
6 months later, the opportunity to put things right came against the composed and hard-hitting Brian Norman Jr. Most of the trash talk came from their fathers, but one particular exchange stood out.
That's that speed, that's that IQ. I'm gonna catch you slipping on your pivot.
What if I put you down?
You can't.
I can't?
Well, you ain't got nothing in them gloves.
Remember this day. Remember this day.
True to his word, Haney dropped and methodically picked apart the less experienced man.
When I turn up April the 20th, we'll share a burger or something after I win.
After a questionable first fight, which saw the sport's fastest hype train grind to an immediate halt, Ben Whittaker had a lot to prove in the Cameron rematch.
Liam, you called Ben Whittaker, is that right?
Yeah, I like that name. It's quite good. I might put it on my shorts.
And while it was the Sheffield man, this time, applying the pre-fight pressure,
Hopefully I can just flatten him in the first round and that's it. Then move on, honestly.
the guidance of Andy Lee and a no-nonsense attitude helped ensure the perfect told-you-so moment.
Like a little kid that comes from school, like with your backpack.
Yeah. I'm gonna take your lunch.
You're gonna take my lunch?
I'm gonna take your lunch.
Certain fighters are more likely to crumble than others, and when Kurt Scoby crossed the pond in November, he'd lay it on thick in the hope of unsettling one of the UK's hottest prospects.
You see the Air Forces? You know what time it is. He know it, he know it, he know it, he know it, but damn sure he know it.
Pressure like this, inside the ring and out, is important for any future champion, and Adam Azim passed the test with flying colors.
He's gonna step in. Very soon, I think. Scoby goes down. There's nothing left for the American.
It ain't gonna go that far though. The fight ain't going the distance. I promise you. You gonna stop me? I promise I'm stopping. I promise I'm stopping. I promise you.
This time it was the Pacific Ocean being crossed as George Kambosos returned to New York, the same venue that he'd upset Teofimo Lopez 4 years prior.
Let's do the bet. Done. Done. Whatever you want. Done.
50,000.
Done. 50,000. No problem.
In the lead-up, it would be more the same against a similarly brash, confident, and outspoken character in Richardson Hitchens.
Say Hitchens here to take the whole sport over, and I'm gonna make an example of this pussy right here. I'm gonna make an example. This is my.
He is hunched over, and Richardson Hitchens is tasting blood.
But on fight night, it was a much different affair.
Body shot from Hitchens.
The pain from the body lingers. It's not going to go away. This fight's over. That is it.
I can't wait for round 3 or 4 to start. And he's knackered. And I'm just smiling at him. And then the panic will set in. And then I'm going to knock him spark out.
A month prior, a heavyweight clash on British soil reminded us that trash talk doesn't always have to be about insults and bravado.
It's not about what he wants to do, it's about what I want to do. And we're going to win at all costs.
A pre-fight buildup filled with calmness, harsh truths, and backhanded compliments always sounds a little more harrowing.
As soon as you get into a fight with me, it's not like I'm harder than you or tougher. I'm just cleverer than you.
And it makes it all the more impressive when it plays out like this.
I can feel his spirit. He's not ready. He's shaking. He's nervous. And he's trying to hide it.
Things didn't go to plan for Dave later in the year against Makhmudov, but his undercard would feature a different brand of trash talk.
Junaid, you make one mistake and I'll... Don't get in that ring.
Bilal Fawaz was embracing the underdog role with some Eubank-esque monologues paired with evil villain delivery.
You need to understand. Prepare for something that hasn't happened yet, but will happen.
Boston. Fawaz, and he's hurt Boston here.
With an equally unconventional fighting style, Fawaz made it difficult throughout, showboating and landing clean on the young protege towards a shock victory.
Bilal Fawaz does get it, and I think that's just about deserved. He didn't even know, I think. But he's got it.
You make 130. He's a small. You're fat.
He's a small guy.
Your brother fat too.
On the same night as Jake versus Joshua, things got even more personal.
Hey, mama, stay out of this. This ain't got nothing to do with you. That's a fair warning. Don't make a quesadilla, you fat. Shut up.
It might have slipped past the purists, having featured on the Dubai Misfits card, but Amado Vargas, unbeaten middle son of Fernando, is certainly worth mentioning. Especially with the entire family being drawn into the chaos.
Hey, I'm gonna do his work.
The animosity saw Vargas fight more erratically than usual, making it closer than necessary and far from the standard you'd expect.
Somebody's O has got to go.
An emotional post-fight reaction delivered a satisfying moment for one of boxing's most iconic families.
Was the line crossed?
The line was crossed and my hand was raised. That's it.
It's boxing, I'm gonna get hit. I know I'm gonna get hit. My chin, a truck to hit me in my chin, bro. You're not knocking me. I promise you. I promise you.
A more high-profile moment, but impossible to miss out, came at the Louis Armstrong Stadium in New York.
Once I go in there, you know, I'm like the Matrix. I start figuring him out. I'll figure him out. You know what I'm saying?
The arrogance, gestures, and insults of Edgar Berlanga must be pretty unbearable on fight week.
And we looking to hurt him. You know what I'm saying? I want to break every bone in his face.
But Hamza took it in his stride and gave him exactly what he was looking for.
He's got more ways to land.
Capitalizing on a moment of success to set the hype train back in motion towards some of the sport's biggest names.
Took one knockdown with the right cross. And there he's got him hurt again. And that's it. That's it.
I respect everybody, but if you with me, so it's gonna be different.
And then came the big one. There wasn't too much trash talk when Canelo and Crawford finally met, but there didn't need to be. Because the told you so moment for Terence Crawford was aimed at everybody who had continually downplayed his resume, achievements, and ability.
This has been a masterful performance from Terence Crawford.
The fighting pride of Omaha, Nebraska, USA, and
And now, following one of the decade's biggest fights and most impressive wins, he rides off into the sunset leaving a blueprint for the stars of 2026 to follow.
He is now among the biggest stars in boxing, and he's walking away. And that might be the only time in the history of boxing that's ever happened.